Like, why can't they be strong, and still and stand upright? What's the point? What's the problem?
Maybe they're just afraid to stand up straight in case they get slapped or something like that. Like,
Maybe.
Get down there.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll give the females. It's like, okay, love, you do what you want to do. Okay.
Maybe, but yeah, like, I also love, like, my favorite alliance race is Worgen. I always love Worgen.
Worgens are cool. That's why
I know.
I have a Worgen, and that's why I've got two Worgens actually. One of them is leading this guild that I'm going to be set up for next year.
Right.
And obviously getting Gilneas back would be huge.
Yes.
Because Gilneas has its own way out of the city underground through to for the mortuary, for want of a better term, like where the graveyard is at Alric's Repose, or whatever. I think it's Alric's Repose. But so it's quite cool. I'd love to get it back in roleplay, and if what they're saying is true, and they're going to do this in game, because they're basically saying, we could have done it where the next expansion you've got Gilneas back, but most people will be like, what happened there? So that's why the devs and all are going, this will all be in character. This will be stories that'll happen in character, where you go up with Gen and Alliance soldiers, and basically there shouldn't be anyone around, I wouldn't think, because of the agreement with the Desolate Council that the Forsaken will pull back and blah 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 blah. Yeah. Basically, he goes up and they basically say to themselves, right, we're taking back this city and we're going to start securing it. So it'd be quite cool, because I love, like, even Pyroid Village and stuff they got leading into it. The area is quite cool.
Mm-hmm.
So
they also really need to make like Stromgarde workable, so that we don't need to be in an instance thing. Because the way I love the way they rebuilt Stromgarde, I love it. It's awesome.
I actually done a video recently on my YouTube about Stromgarde, because I seen a guy that does. I take it it's on Epsilon, or one of the private servers, and he built up Stromgarde the way it was, with the red roofs and everything, and the area looked so cool. You should go and check it out. It's actually on my thing, but it's WinterhelmGames on YouTube, but it's on there in the Warcraft videos. But it was brilliant. It looked fantastic. It really did. And I was sitting there thinking, I know at the moment, we got Stromgarde back, but nothing had been developed since we got it back. The reason we got it back was because it was being used as a base, a forward base. It wasn't being used as a city. It was more like a big barracks, really. It was supposed to be. It's just being used as a way of having our forces have a place to kind of rest and hold Arathi, really, to a point. So I get that for the time it was needed, but Battle of Azeroth is long since passed. There's been a lot of years passed since then, so this is why the revamp of all those areas in the north needed to be done, because a lot of those areas were stuck in several patches and several expansions ago. So they really need to reflect the areas as they are at the moment.
Yeah, and they need to do the same with many classic zones, because they just come on.
I know.
But now that Chris Metzen is back, there's hope.
Oh God, yes, yeah. Thank God he's back. They really needed someone like that, because I was sitting there thinking, I don't do an awful lot of Horde roleplay. I do next to nothing now, to be honest. Because anytime I go on, I always find that the guilds that are there are very bubble roleplay like, and they kind of look at outsiders like, ew, the hell,
But like people say, they say the whole roleplay is dead, but they don't seem to try to do something about it.
Yeah, it's about, I suppose, if you had friends and wanted to start up a guild or something like that, and actually been open to recruitment and friendly, it might start the ball rolling, I suppose.
Yeah, but the problem with Horde guilds seems to be, they don't stick around in the city.
Yeah.
It can't be right. They can't come up with some sort of guild that could work with, as having a base of some sort in the city. Come on.
Yeah.
I tried running 2 or 2 years ago, I tried running a tavern in the hall over in Okamar.
Oh, cool.
And it worked for a while actually. It was called the Twin Tusks Tavern.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, and I hate like people like they say, "Oh, I can't do it in the Valley of Strength. There's so many non-role players there." So what? There'll always be that.
There'll always be role players, yeah.
Yeah, like I specifically picked the tavern building in the Valley of Strength to use as for my tavern guild because I wanted to show people at least try to show people that you could actually role play there.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah.
Yeah, like but that's so many role players. Yeah, f off. Go away, peekaboo. Just saying, like, come on, you know, like they keep complaining. That's all I hear, but they don't do anything. They don't try to change it.
Yeah.
Like at least it didn't last in the end because most of my guilds, and I technically have that problem with my current guild as well, to an extent that I struggle with getting people to come online often enough.
Yeah, to do things.
Between, I try, yeah. I try, and it's worked better with this guild than the others. I will say that.
That's good. That's good.
Like
high skills are starting to come back. I've actually noticed a few more this week. Since BlizzCon, there's been a couple more high skills that came up. So I think people are getting excited over the next expansion sets, and I can only hope that over the next year, before the expansion comes out, or the first one at least, that roleplay across the servers will start to go up a bit. At least activity will start to go up a bit. Even if people are coming on who don't roleplay, you know, I've seen a lot of times where after they do the dungeons and raids and all the rest of them, they'll get bored and they'll start hanging on role players. And kind of like whispering you going, you don't mind if I listen to what you're doing kind of thing. Okay. Yeah. Everyone has to start somewhere. I started the same way when I came into the city in 2004 or 2005 with one of my first characters. I seen roleplay. I didn't have a clue what was really going on. So I just whispered one of the groups, one of the guilds, they're all long gone now. And I just said, look, I'm new to this. You don't mind if I kind of shadow you guys and say hello and kind of listen to what you're doing? And
yeah,
they were happy enough to help and happy enough to roleplay and kind of get into it, and kind of made a few connections from that. And it's, if you don't know what you're doing, then it's nice for people to say, yeah, of course, we'll take you people in and show you what's going on. And yeah, you don't have to know a model. I think people think you have to know everything about lore before you even try a character because you'll get called out or something like that. Your character won't know an awful lot about the world or what's happening around them unless they're a historian.
No.
You know, so there's always going to be that way of thinking. If you don't know it, yeah, you can say your character doesn't know where. You could know everything, but you can have a character who's blissfully unaware of the world around them if they're just like what they're doing in the city, or you know, there's plenty of ways to roleplay. But
exactly.
It's nice.
But I mean, I hate when people say, because I've seen this written on a. I saw this written at one point on a random profile I saw, that it says that the lore is just guidelines, and I'm like, in my point of view, no, it's not. The lore is there for a reason.
Yeah. It's a backbone to work off, which is why
you have to follow it, at least try to. Don't just it's like it's a rule. Yeah. They are and they're not perfect, but they're rules, not just guidelines. I hate when people say that. Seriously.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm not against bending the rules a bit, but I don't break them. I follow the law as much as I can, and bend the rules where I have to. There's this. I had a troll character at one point, right?
Yeah.
So she followed lore, where there was next to no lore about. Say all the only bits of lore there was. It's a lore of healers and things, people like that. But there was almost no. The only bits of lore there was came from the description of a troll NPC's ability.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So I had to come up with something. Had to try and build upon what little there was. I mean that's why that's a situation where you had to bend the rules.
Yeah. Yeah.
A bit.
True.
Yeah, but I follow the law as much as I possibly can, and
No, that's good. I mean, I get that. Yeah, because there's been a lot of instances where again, going to different places and not there and trying to see what's happening, or people are role playing in places where, yeah, technically wouldn't or shouldn't be allowed. Not that it shouldn't be allowed, but in terms of role play, it's like saying, yeah, we live in not Stromgarde, Stratham or something like that. You're going, how is that possible?
I mean, same if you try role play in Shadowlands, like you're just leveling and then you see, oh yes, a lovely day in here, right? Not that I've seen it, but like imagine that, right?
Yeah.
That would be just, what the fuck are you doing? Like seriously?
Yeah.
So in character, none of my characters know about Shadowlands. Like they don't, and if they did, they wouldn't acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Like if I go there, only go there for content. I don't go there for anything else.
Yeah, that's it. The way I've heard some people do it in roleplay, and I get it to an extent, is that they obviously heard then from Shadowlands that what was happening and the king and all going and blah blah blah, and hearing about what was going on because of what was happening in Ice Crown, and at least having an understanding in character of what initially was happening, without actually having to go there, but understanding there was something going on that they obviously heard about, and obviously you can say so much of it as rumor without knowing exactly, you're not going to walk up to the keep and demand answers, that kind of thing in character. Like, well, some people might, but a lot of times it'll be this like rumors going, well, I've heard this is happening, I heard the king is away, and I've heard this happened, and
blah, blah, but none of them would know, like unless they're the king's advisor, which obviously they wouldn't be, then they wouldn't know where he would be. They would have no concrete info that he's in Shadowlands or whatever. They wouldn't know that. Like, there's no possible way for them to know that.
It's only like it's just a lot of whispers and rumors and stuff, but I can understand that's where some characters are going. They're hearing something about another world or what happens beyond death or something like that, but there was never there was never anything concrete. It's just
no, exactly.
It was a speculation in character for them to talk about and stuff. That's all it was, really.
Like I always struggle a bit with that whenever I whenever I make a new RP character, like the balance between how depending on what I roleplay as, of course, but like how much are they supposed to know or not know?
True.
Depending on how old my character is, depending on what kind of thing they do for a living and so on. Like, because, they shouldn't know everything in there is to know, but on the other hand, they should know something. They shouldn't know nothing.
Yeah.
So like where do you go? You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is it.
So it's hard. It's hard sometimes.
It is. It's hard balance to know, but then you're walking around Stormont and you hear some conversations. You're like, "Oh yes, I've just back from Shadowlands, or I've just done this, and we all this." Like, what? So you died and came back to life again?
Yeah.
What?
Like sure thing. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Oh dear! I've just gotten a whisper in my garrison from where they go, "Hello, what's this? You told you have to join our super cute furry guild."
Okay.
It's a guild called Furries.
Furries. Okay.
Just a random whisper.
Okay. Well, at least they're doing a bit of recruiting.
yeah, but like, no thanks.
Yeah.
No problem against furries, but not for me. Like,
it's just not my thing.
No, exactly. So, no thanks.
I never really got into that too much, or whenever they go up for like Valkyria, I was like, I just don't know. I just don't know if I can do that.
I do like Valkyria. The only reason I haven't made one is because I'm not sure what I would do in character with one. So
yeah.
But I think they're cool. And I'm so sad to see all the hate of them. Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't exactly hate on a character. I just kind of think whether it's viable or not, or whether I would, I'm sitting looking at it going, I can't see myself, role playing one.
True, but that's different, at least.
Yeah. I wouldn't just. I'm not like I hate the characters. I don't care. If people want to role play them, they role play them or whatever. Yeah. But it's like whenever Demon Hunters came out. I was sitting there going, God, roleplay is going to have a shitloads of Demon Hunters walking around. And
Oh, what with walking on Death Knights? I mean, oh my goodness!
But I was sitting there,
Wow.
I never actually role played one, but I did start one for like 10
Yeah.
levels to get used to the character or get used to the content. It's just to see what the fuss was about. But eventually, I said to myself, I deleted the Demon Hunter. I don't have one. So I kind of thought to myself, I just wanted to try it out, but yeah, it's not for me.
Yeah, no, I've never actually. I've tried a Death Knight. I still have my very first Death Knight hanging on another server. But I've never role played as one because I can't see myself as a undead dude. Like not a Death Knight at least. Like a normal undead, sure, but not a Death Knight.
Yeah.
And the same with Death Knights. Just they never really caught me, honestly.
Yeah, that's it.
I think Illidan is cool, obviously, but like other than that.
Yeah, I did roleplay a Death Knight for a while. It was named, what was I call him? Marcus Ravenheart. And I'm trying to think. I think he was a second generation Death Knight, if I remember. But I haven't played him in a long time. But again, yeah, I mean, it's good to see there actually is still quite a lot of Evan kind of guilds around, which is quite cool. And I'm friends with a few of them. Like even Mariander, this character, my druid, knows a few of them. You know, they kind of are, you know, talking on mutual terms. She doesn't overly love them, you know. She's anyway. She's not going to, but you know, she wouldn't be rude either. She would try to just understand, you know, they were a person and blah 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 and all the rest of it. And even they kind of talked to her, kind of going, "I'm surprised you're talking to me. A lot of your kin wouldn't give me the time of day." And she's like, "Well, yeah, it's just trying to have common ground. It's role play at the end of the day as well." But yeah, you're trying to do it where, especially with this character where she's been through a lot. So
yeah,
she's just trying to kind of understand the world around her a lot more. And
yeah, I mean that's the same with my little noble lady. Like she's had a sheltered upbringing, so there's a lot of things about the world she doesn't know. But now, you know, she's had responsibility for some of her house for a year now. So you know, it's getting to know things. Like it's not like she doesn't know anything, but like there's still a lot of the world she doesn't know.
True.
So, but that's the fun part. That's the.
It is good. It is good to have your like. I hate that there are, you know. There's been guilds before, especially in Stormont. You know, like when you tell, like, if you're in a guild and your character, like this happened to me once, right? And there was two different ways it could have went.
Right.
And walking around on a guard character, suddenly you're walking around, walking across the bridge and the Shady Lady's over there. You're walking to the left instead to go down towards the Dwarven district. She got attacked by about 6 guys.
Oh dear.
It was random. This wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like a whisper going, "We're going to attack you," blah blah blah. So it wasn't. They whispered me afterwards, which was handy. But they never whispered me beforehand. I had a clue what was going on. But it was just basically criminals that wanted to take it out in guards and steal clothes. I think they wanted to steal the clothes to actually infiltrate one of the units. I think that was their plan, right? So,
right.
And I was sitting there whispering, talking to the girl, going, "Oh fuck, I'm getting attacked here," you know. And they're going, "What? What's going on?" And I was going, "Well, just, you know, she was just going off duty and walking down towards the Dwarven district, and 6 guys had just literally come out of nowhere and started beating the crap out of her, and she's trying to defend herself." And they're going, "Oh shit, you know, do you need any help?" It's like, you know, can you reach your, like I don't want to. It's what I'm getting at is the OOC to in character stuff. That's like, if you whisper the guild, suddenly the whole guild turns up. Like, but the only way the only way they would help you is if one of the officers said, "Well, can she reach her walkie-talkie?" I said, "No." One of the first guys took it off her straight away. I said, "Oh shit, well, let us know how it goes." Because there's no physical way, unless they decided to walk around that way, that they're going to know you're in trouble, right?
Yeah.
Because you know, you don't want to be that kind of guild where you whisper the guild going, "Oh, I'm getting attacked, I'm in this coordinates, blah blah blah," and then they all just show up. Because
No.
how do you
What brings you here?
rationalize that in terms of roleplay? They just all walked around at the same time, you know.
Yeah.
But that was a fun experience. She was actually kidnapped for a while. And it was totally random roleplay. It wasn't even, myself, and it was actually an officer from another regiment that was kidnapped, and a few other characters, and they actually took us down to the docks, and we actually started sailing north towards Silver Pine Forest kind of direction. And they were kind of using us to get leverage over the authorities in the city to get money. That was basically what it was as well. And it was actually really, really good roleplay, to be fair, because it was interesting and it was totally unscripted. It wasn't planned out. It was actually quite good. And it was, so that was interesting. But it's just when you look at it like that, thinking, you could easily just whisper a guild and they'll all show up. They shouldn't. But it has to make sense in character. They have to know where you are.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was interesting all the same. I've had a few characters like that. I haven't actually had a character who's been killed. I've had a character who's almost been killed in roleplay because of that. But the only character I've really killed off was my elf in Teldrassil, and it actually took a while to get over that. I didn't actually expect to feel as bad as I did with letting that character go, because I've had the character since day one, and it was really hard to do. And people were going, "Well, don't do it." I was like, "I know, but it won't make sense. She'd be a recluse." Like this character, like there are ones that would come out in force, and that was a whole the night warrior thing where they become enraged, so enraged at what happened that the revenge is all they can think of. But you also get the other elves that would look at this and just have nothing but pity for what's happened.
No.
And just completely retreat into themselves because they can't fathom how to get past this. And that was her. She just couldn't fathom a way to get out of it. So she sat there with both the animals and hugged them until they all died. So
yeah. I mean, roleplay, while it has to be fun, it also has to make sense. Because I don't understand anyone who can have fun with and not have it make sense at the same time. Like, it's not impossible, people.
I know it is. But as you say, it has to make sense. But it's good. It's good character progression for everyone else as well. Whenever they come across a character or someone in the guild who says, like, "I'm changing up the characters. Well, I'm not just going to have a character leave. I'm actually going to make a storyline here, and this character's going to die in this campaign that we're doing." And you're going, "Really? Okay." To have actually someone do that and all the rest of it, because it's good. While obviously you're losing a character, everyone else in the guild could be like, yeah, it's good character progression for them because they're losing a friend and they're going through that process and all that kind of stuff. But
true.
Because I mean, how often in all the times you've roleplayed, how many times has your character physically lost someone like that in that sense? Where it's you can probably count the times in your hand. How often that would have happened. Because people obviously don't want to invest too much in the character and then kill them, obviously.
No, if with mine, if I delete a character, they're still there somewhere in character. Like I would never let anyone else kill my character. No. Would never do that. I just cannot understand why anyone would let others do that. Fair enough, they want to, but I just don't. I can't get my head around it.
I mean,
no.
Yeah, there's one character I have as a guard character, and the guard guild has been kind of on hiatus in summer. And,
right.
Now they might come back by the next expansion, grand, but that's kind of the way the guild. I've been in guard guilds on and off since 2005, probably.
Right.
And while it's fun, it gets repetitive. I mean,
Yeah.
you deal with the same people in the city. It's like, oh, he stole this, or he's drinking, or there's a Death Knight walking around who told me to shut up, or whatever. But you're dealing with that kind of thing in character all the time, and it wasn't only that. Everything had to be documented, reported. You actually spent I actually didn't want to come online half the time because you're spending the majority of your time filling out paperwork.
Yeah.
No.
And the console guards are overused anyway. So I remember one guard guild I was in once because I've tried a few times and I've just found out, at least as part of a guild, it's not for me. Like, I think I'm wanting to collect the, you can get a Stormwind Guard outfit via the Dwarven Bunker building in your garrison. And I wanted to collect that, because it's set.
Yeah, it's nice to have it, definitely.
It is. And, but yeah, and so if I ever want to roleplay as a guard, I think I just want to do without a guild, just be one of the NPC guards or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I want to do if it is. But one guard guild I was in once, my character did something and I can't remember what it was, but he ended up being whipped for it.
Okay.
Yeah, like I can't remember what he did, but he was told. I remember he was told to lean up against this here tree, and he had to take off his top, so his upper body was naked.
Yeah.
And basically had to count every whiplash, basically.
Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah, and after that, no. So yeah, I've tried a few different guard guilds, but it just doesn't work out. It's like it's an overused.
They never last too long. Yeah.
No, it's overused, and they always seems to abuse their power they have as guards. So
yeah,
no, thank you.
Like that. And you will get some that just like you're walking past them, and when someone asks a legitimate question, and the response is so hostile, you're like, where are you getting off talking like that? Or like even if I'm in another guard guild, I would stop and look at them and going, how do you expect to gain any respect or acknowledgement from people if you're talking like that? And then they turn around and talk to you in the same fashion, and then you're kind of like showing a badge, going, yes, I'm in another regiment here, so I'm going to report this and your actions. And then you might get some kind of strange looks from the person that was getting griefed on initially, because they're going, oh, you're all not corrupt then. It's like, well, no, some of us are actually doing our proper job, and other ones are just being downright ignorant. And you're like, God.
Yeah.
It's things like that. That's why you get fed up with it at times, and that's why I understand guard guilds taking the kind of hiatus every so often, because there's never been a guard guild, I think, that's lasted longer than a year or two without taking a break.
Yeah.
And I understand, because it gets to you after a while, which is why if you were ever going to do that, you need to be in a position where you're going out of the city or doing campaigns or something, because it just gets the same role play in the city is always going to be there,
Yeah, but at least Alliance roleplay uses all of the city more or less, as unlike a certain other faction.
That's it.
I'm just saying.
Well, at least now, although it does look like Silvermoon's going to get flattened before it gets redeveloped or done again. So look, it's going to get in Midnight. They're going to get attacked and all kinds of shit happen to them. But it does. Well, yeah, that looks like it's going to be a part of the plan. But and then have to kind of reorganize the remaining elves kind of thing and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, at least that way they're going to be redeveloping that as part of the whole north being redeveloped. So that hopefully then they'll take the scar away and they'll actually bring Silvermoon into a better position, which means, at least for Horde role players, I can actually enjoy role playing there.
Yeah,
because
I mean, personally, I've always thought that Silvermoon was a beautiful city.
Yeah, it's been stuck in the past for so long, unless if a couple of decades has passed now and the scar's still there. It's like, come on, surely you would have something done by now, or they're not going to just accept the city as it is. Surely you would have, even if you had NPC ones looking as if they were trying to fix something, knowing that this is going to happen soon, or that kind of thing. But yeah.
I mean, maybe some of the Lightforged light could be used to fix the scar, because like they say in that Blood Elf quest, you know, that it's like it's irreversible.
Yeah.
But I
Hopefully
mean,
they'll find a way around it.
yeah, because like the Lightforged, you know, that's not normal light. That's
Yeah.
like it's more than that.
Yeah.
It's space light.
It'll be interesting to see by the time the third comes along that the Titans come back and we're in icy Northrend and all the rest of it. That'll be interesting.
Oh, are they coming back too?
Yeah.
Nice.
The Titans return. And then, did you see anything about? Did you watch anything about the new allied race then?
That's a new allied race. I think someone mentioned something like that, but I'm not sure now.
The Earthen dwarves.
Oh yeah.
And of
I
course,
don't see how that's gonna work, but you know.
Well, yeah, it's another race of dwarves, I suppose. But I like dwarves, to be fair. But
I mean, so do I. Dwarves are awesome. And speaking of dwarves, I am excited about the Return to Moria game.
Oh, cool.
Yep, it's a crafting survival, and normally I'm not that big of a fan of the of that genre, but yeah, survival. But or crafting all that much depends on like how you're crafting all that, of course.
Right.
But I love Lord of the Rings, so you know I definitely want to give this a chance. And
nice.
it's and by the sound of it, it's like by the sound of it, you have to play this with friends. You can't. It's not good to play single.
Okay.
Apparently, that's what I've heard, because I follow a YouTuber who's reviewed it, played the game, and from their perspective, from their experience at least, it doesn't work very much to play single.
Okay.
Like you can to a degree, but it just works. It works better.
I suppose
with friends.
I suppose it's always going to be a bit more fun anyway, isn't it? With other people. It's like it's like I got a game or two which are obviously it'd be better doing it with friends than with just random people as well. But I haven't had a chance to actually play them yet. But one of them's like Dead by Daylight and things like that. And they all look fun to play, but I just never had a chance to play it. I wouldn't mind getting back into Phasmophobia and things like that, because I always enjoyed those kind of wee games. But again, it's probably better with friends.
Yeah.
Because you can have a bit of a laugh then. There's always one friend that'll get scared shitless everything.
By the way, so a few times I've watched this clip from I can't remember his name, but he's an Irish comedian. And he describes how his mom says like that she was the first lesbian to get married in Ireland.
Right.
And it's like, oh no, here we go, because like apparently he describes how she's asked him like, so insert name, what do you think of gays and lesbian kind of thing? And it's like he's like, oh no, here we go. And then it's like, so apparently he, according to the story, so back in 1970 she was the first lesbian to get married,
right?
And like and he's like, then wait, does Dad know about this?
That's right. I think I remember hearing that actually.
Yeah, and it's so fun because I love the accent for a start. It's so fun. And then it's like, so your father, he had a dead sister, Patricia. It's like not central to the story. And he's like, that sounds pretty central to me. So they got married like that because apparently, like his father, according to his mom, his father apparently couldn't find the birth certificate. We needed that for the wedding, you know.
All right.
But he had Patricia's, and the priest didn't see very well. So
yeah,
stop technically married to your father's dead sister. I love that story.
That was very good. Yeah.
It's kind of messed up in a way, but in a hilarious way.
Well, that's it. It's kind of a good thing to get a laugh as well without taking the subject too serious, I suppose. But
yeah. And again, his accent. I just love his accent. I just think, don't know what it is. Just love the way he talks. It's just fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I it pops up sometimes, and I watch it because it's funny. And like how she says, it's like it's not central to the story that his father had a dead sister, and like It sounds pretty central to me.
Yeah.
Ah, funny.
Very good.
I know.
You get some really good comedians, like, and you always remember a certain story or two from them, I suppose, don't you? Like,
yeah, like it's the only one I've heard from him. Like, I haven't really seen anything else from him other than that story. That clip just keeps popping up.
Yeah. You always get a lot of good skits, I suppose, a lot of good comedy skits to do.
Yeah.
And it's ones like that you could be flicking through YouTube and you come across when you go, I'll watch this again. You know.
Yeah.
But you still hanging about in the dungeon? Are you still hanging about in your garrison?
I mean, depending on how you see it, the garrison could be a dungeon for all you know, but
well, technically there is a dungeon, I suppose. It's under the barracks.
True, that's true actually. But yeah, I'm just hopping around. Like the cooldown has finished, all that, but like I don't know what else to do with myself. So
get under the Emerald Dream.
Yeah.
Get one of your characters over. I might bump into you then. What am I doing here? What am I doing? Oh yes, to kill this thing. Okie dokie.
So what are you streaming again? What are you?
Oh, just on Twitch.
Let's see. What are you?
I'm on Twitch as WinterhelmGames. It's the same name, so.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Ah, Mr. Beard and Glasses there.
Yes. Let's try not to die this time.
Yep.
This is why I get a wee bit stressed out when I'm on my own with the Druid, because even this is a wee bit too much for me.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Too many ads. Too many ads.
Oh dear. It's so funny. I'm hearing myself twice whenever I say something.
Oh, thank God for that. Oh.
Yay!
Alone be with us.
Alone be praised!
Oh, there we are. We survived. I thought I would have died a lot more than I have this time, to be fair, so that's not too bad. But I'm up to
good.
257,000k health, so I'll have to get a bit more health on her.
Nice.
351 eye level. I want to get a bit more gear, and then I can, choose about 3 or 4 and keep them well geared, and actually start doing more dungeons and start doing some raids, I suppose. That'd be quite cool.
Uh-huh. I had to leave your stream because I kept hearing myself twice.
That's not a bother. Either that or else just mute the stream for yourself, because you'll hear me here anyway.
Yeah. I have a night elf as well. Well, 2 of them actually.
Nice.
Yeah. One is a druid. He is 8,000 years old.
Oh, cool. I think she was actually. I think I put a background for this character. What was it? Approximately 7,000. She was born at Darkshore, I think I had it down. Was Ashenvale was the main place where she was kind of staying.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my male elf, he was born on Mount Hyshal.
Cool. That was the other thing I was thinking of as well, actually, was Mount Hyshal. I was sitting there going, trying to think. I know a lot of people would do that as well, and but it's good. I was trying to get different. So she's not old really in terms of, in terms for an elf, she's not old.
No, and then I have my slightly younger elf, a female. She's a priestess in training. She is a measly. She's not even 500 years old yet.
Okay. There you go.
So she's a youngling.
She's a baby.
But yeah, so I just bought her back after I think at least a couple of years has passed. I think something like that. So I've aged up a couple of years just to be safe.
Yeah.
Like when I deleted her, it was like I couldn't find roleplay. I didn't seem to find any roleplay with her, so and I didn't want to just keep her sitting there forever,
Yeah, I suppose.
collecting dust. I do try to clean up among my role-playing characters once in a while.
Yeah.
But I keep all their profiles. I have a huge folder with all their profiles in, because even if I don't bring them back, I still have their profiles. I can if I need inspiration for a new character.
Yeah, that's true. You can always go back and say, "Oh yes, I remember her."
Exactly. So I brought her back, and she's pretty much the same thing, but because she disappeared from the deleted lists, so there's some of the things that she was like her original weapon and outfit. I couldn't quite remember what she was wearing.
Yeah.
But then a friend suggested that I give her a cloth from Legion. So I started with the order hall with her.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's there for that. But yeah, she was born in Moonglade.
Oh, cool. Moonglade's nice.
I always love Moonglade. It's such a beautiful zone.
Yeah.
And her backstory is that her parents were a pair of wandering druids, but she was never interested in becoming a druid herself. And for a while she didn't quite know what to do with herself, basically. But then one day, a priestess visited her village.
Okay.
And after that, she basically got in. She found out that that's what I want to be.
There you are.
So eventually, she was sent. At some point after that, eventually she was sent. She was sent to Darnassus to study at the Temple of the Moon there.
Nice.
And by the time, and then my idea was that she was sent. She was at some point after that. She studied there for a long time, and then she was sent to Stormwind to. I don't know if it was viable, to be fair, but my idea was that she was sent to Stormwind to study how the differences between practices,
Yes,
how the how. I didn't know how to quite go about that, but I thought that could work.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But say there's different, obviously, faiths in that turn, and so obviously.
But yeah, and that ran cold too eventually, because I couldn't quite find another light role player to try and RP with her about this.
Mm-hmm.
So that was not fun. That was annoying. So eventually she was just she's kind of what am I going to do now?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was one of the reasons why I ended up deleting her. But now I got brought back, and now I'm thinking of that she's been gone to somewhere else, and now she's returned to Stormwind.
Yeah. Well, fair enough.
Yeah. So now inspired by a friend, my idea is that maybe she's been in Val'sharah, and now she has officially been called sister, as in priestess. She didn't have that official title before.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's the idea, and now they've given her new clothes, a new staff thing, and she even has her own little saber cup now.
Nice. Oh, very good.
That's basically the idea. Now she's returned to Stormwind with that. Now I just have to find the right clothes for her. But yeah. That's the idea.
Very good.
Thank you. So eventually she'll have her first mount.
Nice.
Because I wanted to use the let's see. I wanted to use the striped dawn saber, because I thought it's beautiful.
That is a nice one.
Yeah. I know, but the only cup pet I could find that looked even remotely like this one, at least from what I could see, was the Dark Moon cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my friend was I asked him, could this work? Was this possible for the cup to become the striped dawn saber in terms of color and things? And I'm yeah, totally. So I'm going with that.
Nice.
So that's my plan, basically, for the future.
Yeah, that's good. What are your thoughts for the roleplay then? Are you looking for any particular thing for her, or what's going?
To start with, once I have the right clothes and right weapon and things, she'll be wandering around wandering in Stormwind, probably attached to the cathedral in some fashion.
Yeah.
And that's probably what I'm gonna start with, and see if I can do better this time.
Nice, nice, very good.
Yeah, her personality is that she's kind and sweet, if a little shy. So
Oh.
I'm good at shy characters. I feel like I'm not very good at bold characters, very boisterous characters. That's not me. I think the closest thing to that would be my knight.
Hmm.
Would be my Drustvar knight. That would be the closest thing to that.
I've got one character who I really have a lot of fun playing because she doesn't give two hoots what anyone thinks or what anyone she's a tribal hunter. She was born into a tribe in Tanaris. So she only really came to civilization this last lot of years. So she has a certain way around her, and even though she has the option to sleep indoors, now half time she'll sleep in a tree or outside or somewhere because she's used to it. But
I know.
Yeah, she's one of those ones where she would deliberately get into fights or arguments in Stormwind to see how far she could push it. She doesn't. Honestly, she's just so fun to play. Like,
yeah, I could do that.
It's so fun to play.
Yeah, I like to say that like at most I can roleplay a brat, but like I can't like an evil character. I couldn't do that. It just isn't in me.
Well, I wouldn't call her evil. It's just
no. I didn't say that. But like,
she would be the kind of person where she's in a guild. She'll be as loyal as they come. She would die for you. But she's kind of like she could be your best friend or your worst enemy. That kind of way.
Yeah. I know
because of her because of her background and her upbringing and being in a tribe and that there, she just grew up a certain way and
of course
really she wouldn't call herself civilized in that way.
No.
But yeah.
So if anyone called her barbarian, she would take that as a compliment or what?
She'd probably just laugh and say, "Yep,"
Like when you call a villain, when you call him like, you witch, and they're like,
oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you. like the other day, recently, this past week, I said I was completely serious. I said to my friend, I was going home, was going home, and I said to them, see you tomorrow, and and he was like, don't threaten me. But my characters are just they at to varying degrees, obviously, but all of them are they're friendly people, just want to help others. I'm not good at role playing any others.
Yeah.
At most, I'm a brat if it really is, but that's really it.
Well, that's it, because it was me a lot of years ago wanting to try something different, so I kind of created her because of that. And I didn't expect to keep her for very long, to be honest, because I kind of thought someone like that, someone's going to kill her or something like that. But no, I mean, she was a trained assassin. She she did do this, she isn't anymore. At least she doesn't tell anyone that. But she used to be like a contract killer. She'd do this for money. But right. she got it was kind of a turning point for her, which was good character progression, because she got so cocky that she would start drinking. She would drink whiskey and she would go out to do these jobs where she has to kill someone, and she would get through them going, I can kill him even when I'm drunk. This is getting ridiculous. It's the kind of attitude she had. And she met her match one night whenever she had to go to kill someone who was going to be at Ravenhill at a certain time, certain area. And it was funny. It was so funny to play. Because she got that intoxicated. She still fought very well. Don't get me wrong. But this guy obviously wasn't drunk, so obviously he was a bit more compos mentis. So he actually ended up running her through with his sword, and he kind of looked at her and grinned. And the first thing she did was burst out laughing in his face. She just started laughing her head off, and he just looked at her going, "What the hell's wrong with you?" But
what's wrong with you, git? Are you insane?
But she got run through by a sword, and her first reaction was to start laughing in his face, and it actually got to the point where he freaked out and ran, leaving the sword. And she, I get
that
because she's going, I just stuck and literally stuck a throat through someone's stomach here, and she's just laughing at me. But she obviously fell to the ground and was started getting weaker and weaker and losing blood. And she kind of thought to herself, fuck, well, it was a good run. This is my last hour. But someone passing by, going to a grave, obviously, that she didn't know, actually I was sitting there thinking to myself, I'll give it half an hour, maybe not even half an hour. I'm trying to think how long would it take for someone to bleed out. And I'm actually generally doing this in character, thinking how long would it take? I might lose her tonight. And someone came by and found her. That's going, okay, there we are. So in character then she was brought back. She was brought back to the city and healed up, and I just let her kind of sit for a week or two, kind of a couple of weeks to kind of get healed up. But there you are. That was basically the story. Like, you know, where it's just kind of thinking, right, I'll not do this anymore. I have to find I have to find something else to do, and I have to cut the drinking in a bit. Because, because someone offers her a drink, it's like, yeah, one won't hurt. A lot could kill me. You know.
She sounds a lot like the Scotsman from Samurai Jack.
But it was it was so funny to play. But it was like, you can imagine that being the case. She tells that to people she knows. She was called, the character is Midnight Red, but she was like, that was kind of her code name really back in the day when she was doing all these contract killers. She would be known as Midnight Red, but because she's like deep red hair. But yeah, she would tell that to people. Stuff, yeah, like people say, what's your worst situation, or something, you know, that kind of thing, where you sit around a campfire and everyone kind of shares stories or something like that, and she just laughs and it's like, yeah, I just laughed at somebody who tried to kill me, you know, kind of thing. And I'm going, what? And then she told the story, and they're like, oh my god. It's like, but that was like, imagine that was our first reaction, to start laughing, as if like, couldn't believe it. So I think it was a mixture of the fact that because she had drank that much whiskey, she couldn't actually feel an awful lot. So that was one thing. But the other thing was that she looked down and it's like, oh, okay, he actually got me. And it was that kind of realization that she just made her laugh, you know. But because if she hadn't laughed, he probably would have stayed there and finished her off. But because she did, he freaked out and ran. So it kind of saved her life in that in that sense. But it was funny. It was a funny story to have for a character, for a background. That was good. Yeah, but there's not many characters I have good anecdotes for, but that was always one. And that's why I keep her around now. She's fun. Yeah. But no, yeah, the majority of my other characters are level-headed and decent, and you know,
like it's fun to see what people can do with their characters. I mean, while staying within limits, obviously, of course, but still.
Oh, hello.
About 8:45.
Okay.
I think I've just passed out.
I'm not surprised, but it sounded like a busy night.
Fucking wasting my time. Tell you that much.
A waste of your time? Okay.
Someone's saying ow.
Sorry, that's my partner. Sorry about that.
Right.
You better go and sort her out.
Oh.
This should be sounds like she's hurt herself.
Don't know.
Yeah, she's okay, I promise. Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, they didn't fall off, John. They jumped off.
Fair enough.
The traffic. No. Yeah, I heard about it on the news.
Speak quickly.
Oh well.
And then I had to walk 8 flights of stairs in a multi-story bloody flat high-rise.
With all your gear on?
14-kilogram bag.
Just
yikes.
It always reminds me of the Ghostbusters, you know? You know, 20 flights of stairs.
What can I do for you?
It's only because we didn't want to take the lift in case it broke down because it didn't look very stable.
That's fair enough.
I mean, it's the same when it's the same. Isn't that why they always say with during a fire, don't take the elevator.
Yeah. I wouldn't because most times it'll seal off anyway. Depending on the building, of course, but a lot of times they'll seal off the elevator so people don't use it because it can short out or stop or whatever.
Yeah.
Then you're stuck.
I'd have been happy getting stuck in there the rest of the night.
Oh, right. I'm not doing too badly. 260 health.
What are you on Warcraft?
Yeah, I'm just on my my Druid come through the Emerald Dream. And she'll wake up and it was all a dream. Like, I still feel sore. Why is this? No, but it's not bad, because I'm getting some good gear at least. Were you off tonight? Yeah?
No, no more work.
Oh, okay.
When do I ever get a break, John?
Well, it's up to yourself, I suppose, isn't it?
I'm glad I don't have a job like that. That's for sure.
What do you do?
So so I work as a reporter at a TV station.
Oh, cool. Sounds interesting, though.
It certainly is.
At least every day is kind of different, then, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we still have some of the same things we do, but yeah, a lot of things are different.
Mm-hmm.
Like how we have lunch at the same time every day, for example.
Yeah.
But might bring different kinds of food, obviously. But yeah. But yeah.
Okay.
But that's the thing. So it's that sort of thing. It's very special.
Okay.
It's very unique.
Yeah. Well, this is it. Something different, isn't it? But as long as you enjoy the work, that's the main thing,
Yeah, it is. And at this point, I'm going on 12 years now at this job.
Nice.
It's my very first job too.
Oh, right. That's good.
So I must be doing something right, as I like to say.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
But yeah. And it sounds like this kind of program we've been doing with our work trips here. It sounds like we're going to do a lot more of those.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So every time we've been going so far, we are going. Sorry, that's our Alexa that went there. So we have 1.5 day basically. So we leave. We go out of town. We go to Copenhagen for this because our original workstation is over there.
Oh, okay.
That's why we're doing it. So we go for Copenhagen. We leave for Copenhagen on let's say we left today, and then we'd be back tomorrow evening.
Okay.
So it's a long trip for us, but it's really worth it in the end.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
So we stayed. We have one night at a hotel over there, and we go out, have some fun on the first day, and then relax in the evening at our hotel rooms, and then the next day we do the thing.
Very good.
I gotta go.
You have to head on. I'll take a wee break here shortly, and then should I give you a wee call then? What time is it now? 8 o'clock?
I ring you about 20 past.
That'll do. I'll take a wee break in 10-15 minutes then for a bit, and then I can always come back into the game.
Yeah, you're now behind me.
Oh, right.
So it's just past 9 o'clock here.
Not too bad.
Yeah, I start work at 8:45.
No worries.
But
Okay.
yeah, I'm used to that because my partner is British.
I'll speak to you soon, Emma. Take care.
Yep, bye.
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 Bye. But yeah.
She sounded very tired.
Yeah. So she does a lot of long hours though.
Do you have an education or?
Yeah, I do. Like I've done all my GCSEs and all the school stuff as well, and I was a trained chef. I'd done that when I first came out of school, so I went into college and trained as a chef, and then went on and very good. So, but yeah, not bad. So.
Oh
More like Gordon Ramsay at times,
Oh dear.
Yeah. And that's what I kind of got out of it because it was coming too much like that.
Right.
I was like,
It's fun to
yeah,
watch, though, I will say.
yeah. it's
Some of
entertainment
those-
value.
Yeah, and some of those chefs he tries to help. Oh my god, are they?
I know. It's not even that. Sometimes, a lot of times, it's not even the chef. It's the owner that doesn't have them to do anything, and then he's like,
Well, true.
the owner
but,
hasn't got a clue.
Like, and then you're like, yeah, they wouldn't have a clue if they hit it with if you hit them with a stick.
Yeah, that's it.
Goodness, but it's fun to watch.
Yeah, definitely.
When he yells at them.
Yeah.